What's a gross thing most people do but no one will admit to it? Nose picking. The only people I believe when they say they don't or haven't ever done it are people who are prevented by physical conditions. All others are dirty nose pickers. Period. Me included. Unburden yourself. It's freeing. Let's unite around what could be the one thing that knows no borders, boundaries, race, color, creed, or religion. In these trying times, can't we all just bond over the gross thing that almost every single person on the planet has done at least once? The bliss of finally freeing your nostril of that boogery blockade and taking a deep, cleansing breath is maybe one of the last truly free pleasures available to all. Who's with me? Scratch somewhere on their body and smell their fingers right after. Quality control. I would venture to say most people don't wash their sheets as often as they'd claim to. Apparently you're meant to do it once a week? Bruv, ain't nobody etc. etc. I know someone who used to do it every day week. A friend copied her for a short while to see if it was worth it. It wasn't. I think the biggest factor is how often you have sex in your bed and how messy you are during it. I was a little shocked to learn that some people just do the deed, make a small puddle and then just fall asleep in the puddle. At least put a towel down. The amount of times I've seen people not washing their hands in the restrooms at work, from blue collar to upper management. It's one big reason I hate shaking hands. Gouge huge boogers from each nostril. Best ones have a dried out tail that extends into your brain. As it detaches, a blissful feeling of free breathing falls. I still remember like 20 years ago I pulled out a long stretchy one that felt attached to something. Like an Aaron nose hair, the deepest one in my nostril. The pluck separation was so eye-wateringly satisfying the memory is still with me. The greatest feeling I've ever had was when I had the flu as a child. I stuck my finger in my ear and wiggled it around for a moment. Then I pulled a chunk of wax out bigger than my nail. I've been chasing that high ever since. Looking at the toilet paper to see what progress was made. People don't admit to that. They don't discuss it, but only a fool wipes blind and then gets up with a messy beehole. Look at whatever you just picked off. I am a science teacher, and one of my students had a wicked scab from falling off his bike. He wanted to look at it under the microscope. It was pretty interesting. Once in 4th grade, my entire hands shed a layer of skin like a snake. My teacher was a scientist, and I shed some in class, and we all took turns looking through the microscope in my homeroom. 10-10 very cool. Give the bread knife a token wipe with the tea towel and put it back in the drawer after using. Disagree about this being gross and will gladly admit to it. Diarrhea is way more common than people admit. I think there's a difference between denying doing something and just not talking about it. There are two types of people in the world, those who pee in the shower and liars. I pee before I shower. Why would I choose to pee in the shower? Good to know we're all disgusting. Being impressed of how foul your fart smells. This made me laugh so hard. My daughter was on the school bus in middle school and let out what she refers to as the fart of a lifetime. The whole bus was in agony, and she didn't own up to it, but she was so proud. I can only imagine the evil grin on her face. She kept trying to recreate it, but it never happened. Not brush their teeth as often. Yeah, honestly, I struggle with mental health issues and brushing my teeth can be hard. I've been doing a much better job, but when I was a teen and when my depression was really bad, it was hard to take care of myself a lot of the time. Something that helped me with this. Half-assed is better than not at all. Brush your teeth for 30 seconds. Wear yesterday's clothes, but not pajamas. Rinse off in the shower without soap. Half-assed is better than not at all. I never realized how long 2 minutes was until I bought a toothbrush that times it. 30 seconds on each quarter of the mouth. Deep within the sacred cavern of my right nostril, there exists a singular, mythical hair, a rogue strand that defies the natural order. While its brethren remain humble and short, this audacious bastard grows unchecked, reaching absurd lengths of 10 to 15 times that of its peers, as if it alone were chosen by the gods of nasal chaos. Its root is embedded so deep within my nose canal that I suspect it extends into another dimension. And when the time comes to yank this resilient monstrosity from its lair, the euphoric satisfaction is nothing short of spiritual, like uprooting a cursed Excalibur from my own flesh. If you think about it too much, making out, sex, etc., it's actually kinda gross. But when you really like someone, or love someone, it gets extremely cancelled out, and even adds to the intimacy. And it's great. But ultimately, it's kinda gross. LOL. Animalistic fluid exchanges through the holes in our bodies. Haha. Sorry. There's 8 billion of us, so it's working just fine. When I shower, my hair collects in my butt crack. I remove it and stick it to the shower wall. It's a chick thing? Pulling stray hair from betwixt the butt cheeks and plastering it on the wall for later disposal. Completely normal. Dredging it from the depths of the drain? Gross. Disgusting. Gives me the ick something fierce. Sniffing their own armpits or clothes to check if they can get away with wearing them again. Yeah, it's great when you can wear the same armpits for another day. Shitting your pants as an adult. Whether it was a fart cough that you shouldn't have trusted or full-blown food poisoning, it's not a matter of if, but when you will shit your pants as an adult. Not clean their phone screens and shitting while playing on their phone. Wipe our asses, then rebuckle our belts. Then rarely, if ever, clean our belts. Yes, we wash our hands afterwards. But how often do people wash their hands after taking off their belt at the end of the day? I do, but I don't think many others do. Booger eaters. In the marriage subreddit, some guy posted how disgusted he was that he caught his wife eating her boogers, and the adult booger eaters came out of the woodwork. Told that man it was none of his business. LOL. I don't know if others consider it gross, but scratching your ears with your fingers, I feel like I have to wait till no one's around before I can scratch. My inner ears are always itchy, and I feel like I'm being gross by scratching them, but it's not like I'm trying to root earwax out, I just have an itch. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that not everyone has done this one, but when I was severely and debilitatingly constipated, I definitely got up in there with a finger to extract the turd manually. Sad times. As a nurse, you'd be surprised how many PPL do this. Primarily elderly PPL. Sweet little elderly ladies. I will always offer them hand sanitizer and gloves. I didn't know how many PPL did this until I became a nurse. We call it digital disimpaction when we have to do it. 2 kinds of people. Those who masturbate. And fucking liars. The soap to wash butthole. Oh no, you lather up one hand till it is super bubbly, and then you use that hand to scrub up in those cheeks. Then you rinse, lather up the opposite hand, and use that to wash the first hand. The bar of soap never touches the butt. Collectively ignoring that oral is unprotected sex. Not using a bidet. A majority of people are walking around with poop on the butthole and no one is talking about it. Going days without bathing. Checking the tissue after blowing their nose. I get nosebleeds. I do this one to make sure it's clear. Gotta make sure no bits of my brain are making a run for it. Flush with the lid open. Toilets spread poop and pee particles all over, as proven by Mythbusters. As they also proved, shutting the lid still gets shit everywhere. It doesn't matter up, down, you're still getting shit everywhere. All women shave their toe hair. I just let those hairs grow. After 3 days my gauges will stink if I don't wash them. It's gross, but the smell is weirdly attractive to my nostrils, so if you got gauges, you know. I hate the smell, but when they smell bad sometimes I just have to sniff. It's so fucking weird. Pee in the sink occasionally. Mostly taller men. Guys in one bathroom households with a pregnant wife have definitely peed in the sink. Picking the corner of your toenails, then smelling it. Sneezing without any attempt to cover their nose-mouth, even with a hand or elbow. I kinda smell my belly button before after twirling my finger around it. The smell is addicting. Bring their phones into the bathroom. What else am I going to do while I'm in there? Not flushing pee at night. Literally everyone I've ever lived with does this. Not flushing day or night is absolutely madness. I'm pretty sure every man has tasted his own cum at least once in his lifetime. Forcefully papas it so pus shoots onto the mirror. I'm going to say, chew with their mouth open. As a woman, sniffing the crotch of pants to see if they're wearable again without a wash. Sometimes they're fine, sometimes they're just too crotchy. Licking their fingers after eating something messy instead of washing their hands. Not wearing a mask in the office or public when you're sick and won't stay home. Seriously, no one wants your nasty mucus germs. Stay home or mask up. Kissing our dogs. Not enough people admit it, but I feel like all dog owners kiss their dogs. Maybe it's just a girl thing, but I'll straight up make out with dogs if they're licking my face. I've owned dogs for the majority of my life, and I've never done this. Sometimes I'll kiss them on top of their head, but that's as close as they ever get to my mouth. What's a gross thing most people do? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.